A very warm welcome to everyone to the 14th edition of the Chennai Storytelling Festival. This is the third of the 9 storytelling sessions for children. As Eric mentioned, this festival is a teaching and learning festival. So like you may see, though the session is meant for children, you may not be able to see children on the screen. But as we keep reiterating again and again, everyone here treat them as a child, and let us all tell the stories, communicate in a way like how we would be telling to the children. So that said, and on the video, so while the story is being told, the teller is going to be spotlighted, which means the recording will capture only the teller and not the audience. So to give that energy to the tellers when the story is being told, you can keep your videos on. There is absolutely no harm. You will not be captured on the video. During the activities, when the spotlight is removed, then you can switch off the video if you don't want to be seen on YouTube. So with that, so we'll get into the session, and quickly, because this is storytelling for children, and after every story we have an activity following which may or may not involve some stationery. So I'll give you all 60 seconds. If you already have paper, pen, pencils, crayons, colors, well and good. Otherwise, 60 seconds, just go get your papers, get your pencils, get your colors, get your whatever you have, so that you will definitely need it at least for 1 or 2 stories during the session. And your time starts now. To procure your stationery: 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. Looks like everybody has everything. Okay, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we start now. I'm too fast in counting. Yes, I know, because I know like everybody is already ready, but because I gave that 1 minute 60 seconds time, I can't wait to listen to all the stories. So here we have our first teller of the day, Viveca, all the way from Texas, to share a story to us on growing up. And what she says, this is her own original story, an inspirational story that she has created all by herself. Viveca, please tell us something about yourself and please share your story.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. I look forward to sharing this time with you. My name is Viveca Deans. I am with the Rockwall Storytelling Guild here in Texas. I have been telling for, I've lost count. I believe it's been about 12 years now. And I started off, my interest in storytelling started with being at storytime with our children. And I saw some tandem tellers telling. And when I saw what they did, I decided I want to know how to do that too. And so here I am. Today's story is Growing, the never-ending story of you. And it begins in a far, far away land called the Land of Living. And it involves a family of 5. Not yet, almost, becoming, now, and remember. Not yet is also called Indri. Almost is called Skedon. Becoming is also called Vidri. And now is also called Victor. And last but not least, remember is also called Kumbukwa, one who remembers. In the land of the living and in this household of the family of 5, you may have already picked up that they all have very different qualities. Not yet the curious one, the dreamer, full of wonder and full of ideas. Almost the one who's looking forward to learning how to do things and learning how to implement these ideas. And there's always a little bit of friction between almost and not yet, or Indri and Skadon, because not yet has an endless supply of ideas and almost can't keep up with trying them out. Becoming is the one who's experimenting and trying all these things. And there's usually a little bit of friction between almost and becoming. Becoming is the one who's constantly striving and trying out things and experiencing quite a bit of failures, because the more you try, the more opportunities you have to succeed, but also the more opportunities you have to fail. And becoming and almost are very resilient. So both of them, because of that tension between them, there's always a little bit of tension between those two. And always a little bit of tension, especially between almost and not yet, the one with all these ideas. Now is the one who has gone through those trials and errors that becoming has gone through, and now has a pretty good arsenal of successes and can just kind of rest in that and coach the others along. And remember, Kumbuka is the one who holds all the stories. Kumbuka has seen all of them develop and has memories of his own development and reminds them of things that will help them along. Well, in the land of the living, this family of 5 is planning a road trip. And they decide to enlist Not Yet for ideas. Not Yet has all these grand ideas of going to far, far away places, enjoying expensive foods, expensive, what would you call them, tourist attractions, all the things. But the thing about Not Yet is Not Yet has no concept of what it takes to make these things happen. Almost. Skate on. Gets frustrated with trying to implement these things that Not Yet has come up with. Becoming is trying to get almost to calm down. Let's try some of these things out. And Becoming keeps trying and keeps trying these things to arrange this road trip. We need travel. We need food. We need money. We need to pack clothing. We need to be able to accommodate all of these in one vehicle to get where we're going. We need fuel. So he's keeping up with all these things. But the more he comes up with, the more ideas Not Yet comes up with. And the more frustrated almost becomes. And the more defeated Becoming feels. But he's resilient and he continues to try. And now is observing all of these things and kind of chuckling along and coaching as he can. Oh, let's do one thing at a time. No, 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 we need to get them done now. And there's all this frustration. And then finally, Remember comes in. Kumbuka. He's the one that holds all the stories, and he remembers all of their developments, including his own. And he says, maybe now's the time to share the story of Joseph. Now starts to smile because he remembers when Kumbuka had to have that conversation with him and his siblings. And he says, yes, Yes, now's the time to tell that story. Because the biggest frustration was with not yet, the dreamer. And Joseph was a dreamer whose siblings were frustrated with him. Joseph, way back in a far, far away land, he was the favorite child of his father. He was a child of his father's older years. He was a child that showed that his father was still strong and healthy. His father had made a beautiful coat for him to wear. And he would wear this coat around his brothers. It was almost like a slap in his older brother's face how much he was the favorite child. They tolerated him. You know the difference between toleration and love. Love is I enjoy you. Tolerate is I don't really like you, but I have to be around you. Joseph had become the tolerated child. And eventually, Joseph had a dream. And he had this dream about all of these 11 sheaths that bowed down to his sheath. All of these 11 sheaths represented his 11 brothers, and his sheath represented him. And his brothers thought, how dare he suggest that we have to bow down to him? And they went to the father, and the father said, oh, he's just a dreamer. Let him dream. But then he had a dream about two other sheaves bowing down to his sheaves, representing his mother and his father. And his father said, son, really? Your mother and I will bow down to you? Well, his brothers decided enough with this one. And they sold him into slavery. And while in slavery, he was thrown into the prison. And while he was in the prison, the Pharaoh had a dream. I'm sorry, the prison guard had a dream. And that prison guard found out that Joseph understood dreams. And he had Joseph brought forward, and he interpreted his dream for him, and he made him leader in that kingdom. And eventually, Joseph, as a leader, was able to rescue his own family from the land in which they had been living because a famine had come to the land. And his family came to live with him. And it turns out that this dreamer became the one to save his own family. So Kumbuka brought this to the family to help everyone in the family to understand that we all have a role in the family. Don't discount the dreamer, because oftentimes dreams come true. Thank you.
Lovely. I love that final punch of often the dreams come true. Of course they do. Thank you for that beautiful story, Viveka. So, would you like to lead an activity based on the story?
I would. And it's just going to involve your hand.
Okay.
And it starts with your pinky is not yet. Your next finger, what we call the ring finger, your fourth finger, is almost.
Okay.
The middle finger is becoming. The index finger is now. And the thumb is remember. Now, We're going to have a little bit of a song to go with it. And it may get kind of garbled on here. So I'll see your mouths singing along. But if you will, even if you're unmuted, please don't sing aloud. Just kind of whisper it to yourself. Okay? And it's trying to make sure I'm in front of the camera. Almost. I'm sorry, let me start over. Not yet. Almost. Becoming now. Remember. Let's do it again. Almost. No, I messed up again. Not yet. Almost. Becoming now. Remember. You got it? Okay. So now we're going to go back through Joseph's story. And I want you to wiggle the finger that corresponds to what phase of development Joseph was in the story. Okay? So, Joseph, living with his father and all of his siblings, had a dream. With your fingers, show me which phase was Joseph in. Was he in not yet, almost, becoming, now, or remember? Which phase was he in when he was a dreamer? Wiggle that finger. If you wiggled your pinky, you're right, he was a dreamer, right? Not yet. Okay, so that was a good trial. You all kind of get where I'm going with the story and with this activity? Okay.
That's fantastic. So you want,
Eventually, go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Viveka.
No, eventually, Joseph ended up in Potiphar's house, and he was interpreting dreams. One thing I didn't mention in the story, he was falsely accused. He was going through lots of trials in Potiphar's house. Using your fingers, reminding you that this is not yet, this is almost, this is becoming, this is now, and this is remember. What phase was Joseph in? He was going through lots of trials in Potiphar's house.
Becoming.
Yes, becoming, right? Very good. Very good. Becoming. And then Joseph eventually became a leader in Potiphar's house. And he was able to help his family come out of the famine into a land of prosperity. He was very present and helpful to his family. What phase of life or development was Joseph in?
Now.
Yes, very good, very good. Now, okay. So I want to ask you a question. And well, okay, I'm recognizing that these are primarily adults in front of me. And so I think we all know that in life, we're always in some phase. In one of those phases, oftentimes we're in all of those phases at one time. Are we not? Who is learning a new language? Anybody in here learning a new language or any new skill? Is that
Yeah, I can
Xiaomi?
see a few hands. Yeah, sure,
Yes,
with the name. Would you like
right.
to unmute and say what you're learning? We don't see your name. We see the phone's name.
This
Yes.
is Swati. Am I? You
What
are
are you
asking to
Yes,
learning?
me?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
I'm learning sign language. I have
Sign
learned three, 4 lines only, but I will.
Yeah.
but still. But
And
still.
today
Yes.
my story is about that only.
Oh, lovely. And Venkat
Yes.
is okay. Venkat is
And
learning
someone else
Spanish.
is learning Spanish, I see. Very good. Thank you. And I am learning both of those. I'm trying very hard to learn both of those. Thank you for sharing that. So, you have not mastered that skill. You're starting it. So, you're in not yet. Is there some other phase, though, where you are at now? You have fully mastered a skill. Anybody in a position where they have fully mastered a skill? You're no longer learning. Yes, Priyanka.
I think Viveka, most of us will agree we are all in the becoming. We are becoming till the last day.
Yes.
We haven't arrived, really. What a beautiful metaphor. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, becoming. Yes, yes. And that's the thing about it. And I think that's something that's essential for children to know because a lot of times they look at us as having arrived in everything. And there are some things that we've arrived in. I learned to scramble an egg as a little young child. I would say I have mastered scrambling an egg, right? I think all of us would say we have mastered scrambling an egg, but maybe I'm not so good at making a souffle.
Thank
So
you,
there are
Viveka.
certain things. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you so much for that. It was like a very child friendly, but still, as Priyanka said, very deep and the metaphors very beautiful to listen to and the reflections that they brought. And we love
Thank
that
you.
activity. We can apply that for any kind of story for that matter. Thanks so much for that
Thank you.
story. And now let's
Thank
move on
you.
to the next story. So we have Venkat Ramakrishnan with us to share a story, and his story is Sprint to Success. And I guess like here's also is your own creation or what is the source of the story?
Yeah, it's my own creation. It's an offshoot of the story that I wrote in my book, People Unlistened, which is available in Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. It's a short stories collection, and Sprint to Success is basically about a runner and the trainer.
Can I request others to mute yourselves, please? Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Venkat. Sorry about that.
All right. How many of the children here are back from their cricket practice, football practice, or whatever games you are playing today? Can I have a thumbs up? No thumbs up. No playing. All right. So now today I'm going to tell you a story about how to play and how to have fun. Are you interested? Let's go ahead with the story. This is about a sprint runner. Do you all know what a sprint is? A sprint is fast running. Fast running a short distance. Okay, so there is a person called Urmi who lives in India and she's a sprint runner. And she wants to win the national competition of sprint running. She wants to complete 200 meters of running in just 21 seconds, which is almost an international record. She was very interested in doing that, and so she asked one person called Sachin to help her in her daily practice. So Sachin is her trainer. So Sachin and Gurmi went to the stadium, to the ground to practice running. And so Sachin asked her to go to the running block in her track, and get ready to start running. Urmi went to the track. She set her foot on the running blocks, and when Sachin said, "Get, set, go," Urmi started running, but she stumbled and fell down. What happened? Urmi was on the ground, so Sachin came near her, gave her a hand, lifted her up, gave her a chair to sit down, and then said, "Are you okay? Are you hurt?" Urmi said, "No, I'm not hurt." And Sachin said, "This is one of the important things that you need to pay attention to. When you are trying to run, your mind first thinks that you have to run. Then you have to have your eyes on the ground and observe how you're running. And finally, you have to run. So first think, then see, and then do. Think, see, and do. This is the sequence. You have to do everything, not just running, everything in your life you have to do in this way. If you do it this way, everything will be perfect. Now, can you do that with your homework, with cleaning the house, helping the parents, all the stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis? Think, see, and do. Now, Sachin asked Gurmeet to take a break, and then they had tea, and then they went to the practicing section of the stadium where they kept all the equipment like slam balls, medicine balls, Y bells, skipping ropes, and all the stuff. So Urmi asked Sachin, "What should I do now?" Sachin said, "Take the slam ball, and now you have to slam the ball heavy." And Urmi slammed the ball on the ground, but when she did that, she didn't apply proper force to slam the ball. And the ball didn't bounce back properly. You know, slam ball bounces back from the ground. Have you seen that? But it was not happening. And so Sachin had the second lesson for Urmi on the day. He said, the force that you apply on the different activities that you do is equally important. When you slam the ball up from the ground, up from the head to the ground, you have to apply a lot of force. When the ball bounces back, you need not apply that much force. You just have to lift the ball up to the head. Urmi agreed, and then Sachin said, "Okay, so we had our second lesson today. Now let's go and see how you are running today. I think you ran 23 seconds yesterday. Now let's see how many seconds you are taking today." So they both went back to the running track, and Sachin gave the instruction and then gave, ready, set, go, and all that stuff. And Urmi launched herself and started running very fast. And she completed the running, and she came to the end point. And Sachin said, he looked at his watch and said, 21.3, that's amazing. You're doing a great job. But look at yourself. Just look at the ground where you are. Urmi said, What? What did I do wrong? And then she looked down at the ground, and she was standing in the track next to hers. You know, when you are running, you have to be on your own track. You should not deviate and go into the other track, because you might injure the other person who is running on the other track, and you will be disqualified from the race and you cannot win. So Sachin said, that's another important thing that you need to keep in mind, which is attention to detail. It's not enough to have your attention just during the initial portions of the running, but also every moment of your running, to see what you're doing and how you're running. So that's the third lesson of the day. I wanted to bring up this story to you, to the children, because there is a report in the World Economic Forum 2025 which lists all the job skills that are required. And they are saying things like paying attention, looking at things that you are doing, the human skills, the being careful in what you're doing. All those skills are not important anymore by 2030. But I want to tell you, to you children, that these are human skills. And even though this has nothing to do with the jobs, with what you are going to do with your profession, career, and whatever you want to become an engineer or doctor or whatever it is, these skills are very important, and you need to learn these and be applying them on a daily basis to be an effective and efficient human being. That's the message I want to give you today through this story. Hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Venkat. Of course, we enjoyed the story, and what a message. Definitely, the children need, and even we all need this message. So, would you like to do an activity based on the story?
No, I don't. I would rather have the questions.
Okay. Do any of you have any questions to ask Venkat? Fine. I have a question. You were talking about the short story collection which you had written, and I believe this is one of your stories. So, generally, what kind of story do you write? Stories, all your stories, or on these lines, like the motivation or teachings and learnings for current generation? Is it like that, or do you write different genres also?
The stories that I have written in A Pebble Unlistened are all social related stories. They are topics related to the current contemporary topics of concern, like climate change, um, corporate scams, and extramarital affairs, and it's a different combination of topics, but they are all relevant to the current society, and they're all of concern to all of us. So it's a mixture of genres, but it's an interesting read for everyone.
Lovely. Maybe you can share the title of your books and where we can procure in the Zoom chat once we are done with your discussion. So, anybody else has any questions for Venkat?
I just have not a question, but I want to say something quickly. In our mindfulness practice, sir, we say one should be a mother to the world, and that is irrespective of the gender. So through your story, I feel that nurturing feeling you want to, through your stories, pass on all the lessons to the new generations. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your wonderful and encouraging words.
Thanks for sharing that, Priyanka. Yes, definitely. It's a much needed thing. And thanks for sharing the story. So please do drop in the titles of your books in our Zoom chat for us to, uh, you know, get access to that and buy and read those books. Thanks so much. Wishing you
I'll
all
do.
the best. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
if nobody has any questions, let's move on to the third story for the day. And to tell the story, we have Dr. Swati. Let me spotlight Swati here. Okay, yes, as of course her story was supposed to be a surprise and suspense, and because she mentioned that it's going to be a sign language story, so we all know it's going to be a sign language story. It's going to be a different thing for all of us, and I believe this is also in another inspiration, value-based story that you're bringing to the audience today. Yes, Swati.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Ambuja. And first, I would like to say thanks to you to coordinating so much for so many days. You are each and every day, you are coordinating so well. Thank you so much. And thank you, CST, for providing me this platform. My story is the title is The Code Language. In the current scenario, when we talk mostly about the coding, etc., to see how the children are decoding these codes. So the
Uh,
story is, yes,
Dr. Swati, sorry to stop you. If you can adjust your camera a little bit, you can see there's a lot of white space above. We would like to see more of you because it's going to be sign language.
Are you able to see me?
Yeah, this is
Is it
better.
okay?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
So the story is about friendship and the inclusion. Uh, a child, Raju, joined a new school. This was Raju's first day, and he was quite nervous. So a lot of thoughts were popping up into his mind. Maybe how would be the new school? What the classmate will be? Will he get some good friends? How would be the teacher? And out of all these thoughts, he realized he didn't have any textbook. He joined school in mid of the session and he didn't got the time to buy the books. But just imagine spending an entire day in the school without any book. How to manage when teacher will ask chapter 2, page number 3, para number 4. Then he thought he should issue some of the books from the library. But he was not aware where was the library. So he started asking to his classmates. He went to a child and asked, "Hey, please tell me, where is the library?" The child said, "Oh, library, don't go there. There are a lot of books. I don't like to read. It's better to go to playground." He said, "No, no, I will go later." He went to the other child. The child said, "I am doing homework. The teacher is about to come. Please don't disturb me." Then the Raju went to the third child. The child said, "Don't go to the library. It's so far. You will lost in the school." So Raju felt bad and he became sad. But a child, Hamid, was watching all this. He really wanted to help Raju. But even though he was just sitting at his seat, what could be the probable reason? Maybe he's a shy child, or he's afraid of something. Maybe he stammered or couldn't speak. Yes, Hamid couldn't speak. But even though he was trying to find out a way so he may help Raju. He just got an idea. He stand up and walked towards Raju, gently hold his hand and trying to pulling him towards the class door. Raju got panicked. "Oh, please don't throw me out. Please let me in. I will not ask to the library. I will not take out any of the textbook." He thought that Hamid is the monitor of the class and he must have the duty of maintaining discipline. Raju kept on requesting, but Hamid didn't listen. After reaching to the class door, Hamid waved and signed with hands, "Calm down." What he did? Calm down. Then he said, "I will take you to the library." At first, Raju didn't understand. But when Hamid repeated, "I will take you to the library," then Raju understand a bit. After this, Hamid explained the way of the library. Go straight, take stairs. The room at the left is the library. The time was very limited, and Raju thought that he should follow what Hamid is saying. After reaching to the library, Raju became so happy. He was amazed the way Hamid communicated. He collected all of the required books and issued one more book whose cover page caught Raju's attention. It was the book of sign language. After returning to the class, the teacher arrived and the period passed one by one. As Raju was getting time, he just opened the book and learned some of the signs. At the end of the day, when bell rang, everybody rushed to the exit gate. But Raju called to Hamid, and with his hand gesture, he asked Hamid, "Will you be my friend?" What did he do? "Will you be my friend?" Hamid's eyes filled with tears because this was the first time when someone asked him for the friendship. Hamid didn't have any friend in the school. Even he didn't like to go to the school. But after this day, Raju and Hamid became best friends. Raju really liked to learn this new language and to communicate with Hamid. Slowly, other classmates noticed this and realized what is happening, how Raju is easily communicating with Hamid, they started getting jealous and whispering among themselves. There is a secret code which Raju is using to talk to Hamid. We have to crack this code. So, with time, they all decided to crack this code. With time and team effort, they finally discovered the book which Raju was using. So, what happened next? Everybody rushed to the library and started asking for sign language book. Even the librarian was surprised. What is happening in the class? Why everybody asking this book? So available books was issued by all the children, and librarian just noted requirement of more books on sign language. Some students read the book, some learn, and some teach to other children. Slowly, the entire class learned this language. Everyone was so eager to communicate with Hamid. This time, Hamid was so happy because first time he was getting so much attention from the entire class. He started regulating the school regularly and started participated in different activities and began to win some of them. Even teacher was so happy because now they don't need to spend their energy. Class, please don't shout, because they were not only communicating Hamid, even they were communicating among themselves in the sign only. Gradually, the entire class got recognition at the code language class in the entire school. And after some time, not only the student, but the headmaster, principal, and other teachers learned this language. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic! Like what a soft, positive story. I love it.
Thank
Like
you
no,
so much.
what a sweet transformation. Love that, Dr. Swati. Actually, I realized that you didn't talk about yourself much in the beginning. No,
Yes, I'm a, yes, I forget that. I'm a poet, storyteller, and presently working as an academic consultant in NCRT. I written a lot, and this is first time when I narrate a story for children. I have written, but I didn't narrate this. But I was so excited, and I got this opportunity. I'm so happy that in front of lot of storytellers, I have got the chance to narrate mine one. I've written this story myself, and I have activities as well for students and for all of you.
yeah. Please go on.
So
I'm
it
waiting.
is not necessary that we have to learn a language. Even in our day-to-day life, sometimes we just use our gestures to communicate. Like if you want to greet someone, how you greet? Don't say any word, just use your hands. This, this, right? And if you are telling someone, you are so beautiful, how you will say? Yeah, and like this. And if you want to tease someone, how you will do? Usually I do this. This is my favorite. So it's not necessary. Sometimes we should have the intention of communicating. That's all enough. Language is not the barrier. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Swati. I really wish, and you have published your stories, any of your stories, Ed?
Not yeah. It's a These are available in video format, but
Okay.
not in the text format. I will publish. I will write more. I am writing, but looking some good publishers as well. But surely in this year I will publish. This is my to-do list. I'll have to publish. Thank you so much.
Okay, all the very best, and we wish all luck to you. And we are waiting to read your stories. So we have multiple authors today. Nice. So from here we are moving to the third story of the day. Sorry, fourth story of the day, and this is a very special story. There is a backstory to it, which we all got to know from Facebook, long. I'm just letting out your secret, okay, without asking you. So both of these girls, like who were childhood friends, all of a sudden, like cinema, no, they got separated. Somehow they didn't meet, and again they got to meet again. All of a sudden, it was a surprise. And what happened? They decided to share all tandem stories for this Chennai Storytelling Festival 14th edition. And so lucky we are to listen to their stories and what story they are going to bring today. Now this is I don't know, it was like I had to read it again and again to understand, wow, how is this going to be possible? Because they have picked two straight opposite characters and they are going to bring out a parallel narrative with these two characters. And they call it Two Souls, Two Dreams, and One Voice. See, I memorized it. So, about Nandanar and Tina Meena from the faraway mountains. So, take it away, Mangalam and Thankam. We are waiting to listen to your story.
Thank you, Ambu. That was so endearing. Hi, everyone. So today, Mangalam and I will be narrating two stories, like Ambu said, parallelly. The first story is about a woman who summited the world's highest mountain peak. Summit is the highest place or the highest point of a mountain or a hill. She went against all odds. She faced all challenges and she succeeded and she lived her dream life. Now, the second story is about a man and his devotion, his unwavering, unconditional devotion and faith, and his perseverance and his willpower. He attained what he wanted, and what he wanted was the darshan of Lord Shiva, Lord Nataraja himself. So, these are the two stories that we will be narrating today parallelly. Mangalam, shall we get started?
In the beautiful village of Ekli in Arunachal Pradesh lived this little girl by name Thinnaman. So I belong to the same village and I'm going to be telling her story. Every day, Thinnaman would open the window of her house and what did she see outside? She saw the beautiful mountains over there, the Mishmi Hills, the northeastern Himalayan range. Oh my God, the mountains. She loved the mountains. She loved being among nature. She loved climbing trees. She looked at the trees that almost touched the clouds. And she loved running through the forest. She loved fishing in the river. And she just loved being among nature. She felt alive when she was there amongst nature. And she would look at the mountains and she would smile. Her heart would leap up with joy because she loved the mountains, the distant mountains that she saw outside her window. Those mountains were her love. And the mountains spoke back to her too, through the wind. And they sent out a call to her. You know what they said? The mountain spoke to her. And the sound or the call was, shh. Remember this call? And every time she heard the shh, she felt so happy.
Now, far, far away in a place called Tirupungur, there lived a man named Nandanar. That was his name. He did not look up at the mountains. Instead, what did he do? He looked inward because his heart was full of devotion and love for Lord Nataraja, for Lord Shiva. Nandanar simply loved Lord Shiva. He loved everything about him. He loved Shiva's ash-smeared body. He loved his cosmic dance. He loved the sound that Shiva's damru made. He loved everything about Shiva. Now, Nandanar was a very poor cobbler. Now, what did he do for a living? He did multiple things. He used to work with leather and he used to make small percussion instruments, musical instruments. He used to make things like drums. And then he used to go about tilling lands for different landlords. But nobody gave him any importance. Nobody gave him any importance. But that was not a problem for Nandanar at all. He didn't mind that at all because there was one burning love within him, and that was Lord Shiva alone.
Now, this village of Ekli didn't have any good school. So the parents decided to move to the nearby town of Rowing so that Thinnaman and her sister could go to a very good school. So the family moved from the Ekli village to the Rowing town. And Thinnaman felt very, very, very happy or sad? Sad, very sad. She was far, 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 far away from her mountains. Oh my God. She missed her mountains so much. She longed for her mountains. so much that she felt that only her body was there and rowing, but her heart, her soul, her mind was still roaming around the mountains there. And every time she wanted to feel her mountains, she just closed her eyes. And what was the sound she heard? Shh. And her heart would leap with joy. She was so happy whenever she thought of the mountains and the sound shh.
Now, Nandanar's distance from the Lord was more as compared to the rest of them. Why? Because Nandanar belonged to what people called the backward class or the socially backward class. Nandanar could not go anywhere near the temple. He could stay out. Of course, he could stay out, but he was not allowed to step inside because of his caste. And he was very, very upset because all the temple gates were closed for him, were close to him, rather. And so what did he do? He went to the temple. He stood outside the gate and he would close his eyes. He would fold his arms and he would just pray, "Oh Lord, oh Swami, please let me see you. Please let me see you at least once."
Now, 10 years of schooling at the rowing town. Thinnaman wanted to just get back to what she loved. She wanted to be among the mountains. Ooh, the shoo, shoo, shoo was still ringing in her ears. She wanted to get back to the mountains. And you know what she did? She joined as a porter. A porter is one who carries weights or loads in the Indian Army expedition. Oh, how much her heart leapt with joy. She was so happy she was among the mountains. And she used to carry weights every day in the mountains for the Indian Army expedition. But there was one small problem. You know, back then, only men were allowed as porters. So how did she join as a porter? She had disguised herself as a man and she had joined to become a porter. And she was enjoying. She was among the mountains and she heard the oshu oshu. She looked at the mountains looked at her. They both spoke. They were very, very happy. After 1 week, trouble came. The officials found out that she was actually a girl disguised as a man. They scolded her terribly for having broken the rules. But they also observed one thing. Thinnaman would easily carry 25 kilos as the men did. She loved the mountains. She walked with so much ease in the mountains. She was working equally as well as the men. And because of Thinnaman, the ban on women porters was lifted. One woman's brave step led to the path for many. And Thinnaman continued working as a porter and as a coordinator, organizing mountain trips, all the while being near the mountains. And what was the sound she kept hearing from the mountains? The call, whoosh. And her heart would leap with joy.
Now, one morning, Nandanar went to Shivalokanathar temple in Tirupangur. As always, he was not allowed inside. He was denied entry. He stood outside and he tried best to look inside. As it is, the door was shut of the sanctum. And on top of that, had it been open also, he wouldn't have been able to see. Why? Because there was a big statue of Nandi facing towards the sanctum. So the back of the Nandi statue was facing him. So that was covering the view. And Nandanar could not see anything. And he was very, very sad. Now he just stood there, closed his eyes, and he just prayed to Lord Shiva. "Oh Swami, please, at least now, let me see you. Please let me see you. Even if the door is opened, I will not be able to see you because Nandi is blocking my way. Please let me see you." And he started crying. He was melting inside and he prayed and prayed and prayed. And his eyes were closed. Suddenly, when he opened his eyes, there was a miracle that happened. The statue of Nandi just shifted to the right. Can you believe that? Yes. And it is believed that, or it is said that it is Shiva himself who commanded Nandi to move towards the right so that Nandanar could view him, Nandanar could see the sanctum. And when he opened his eyes, the door of the sanctum was open, the bells were ringing, and he started singing songs in praise of Lord Shiva. Nandanar was so happy. And you know what? Even today, if you go back to that temple, you will see that Nandi's statue is shifted to the right so that all devotees can see Lord Shiva properly.
Now, Thiruman was not only enjoying being among the mountains and organizing trips and coordinating and helping people in the mountains. There was something else she kept hearing in her ears. And what was that? That sound? Shh. It was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. She wanted to do something much bigger. It was not just enough for her to be doing this. And around that time is when she got to watch the documentary of the Mount Everest, the tallest, the highest peak, Mount Everest. And she was greatly inspired. She decided she would climb Mount Everest, 8,848 meters. Yes, I will climb it, she decided. And now, how to do that? She started training under Dr. Romeo Mithai. Very rigorous training, very focused training, very, very dedicated training. Yes, that sound kept coming to her ears, and she was very, very sincere and very devoted in her training because she had to reach the summit. And what was the sound that was calling her? Shh. And in March 2011, she reached the base camp of Mount Everest, all set to climb, even as she heard the sound shh calling her from above.
Now Nandanar was able to see the idol in Shivalokanathar temple. And now his yearning deepened. And his ultimate wish, his final wish, his goal was to see Nataraja of Chidambaram. Yes, that's what he wanted to do. That is where he wanted to go, and that's what he wanted to do, go and see Nataraja of Chidambaram. So he kept going around and telling everybody, you know what? I am going to go and see Nataraja of Chidambaram. So when people ask him, when are you planning to go? He would say, I'm going tomorrow. Like that, every day he would say, tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. But he never went. People started laughing at him and started calling him Tirunalai Povar. Nalai Povar means the one who will go tomorrow in Tamil. So people started laughing at him and calling him that. Until one day came and Nandar decided that come what may, I am going to Chidambaram. He set off, he crossed the Kolladam river and he reached Chidambaram.
Now, Thiruman was at the base camp of Mount Everest, all set to climb. The climb to Mount Everest is in 4 stages, and camps are set in those stages. She took the help of the Shering Sherpas. The Shering Sherpas are the Tibetan ethnic group who knew the mountain ways very well and who were experts in climbing. So they usually accompany people who climb the Mount Everest. So all set, Thiruman started her climb to the summit of Mount Everest. So now, first camp done, she reached the second camp and disaster struck. The weather suddenly turned bad. The winds were ferocious and it was just not possible to go forward. And so the Shering Sherpa asked Thiruman, do you still think we have to proceed? And what do you think Thiruman said? Yes or no? Yes, no? Yes. She said, I don't think there is another time. We must proceed, she said. And slowly and steadily, braving the winds, they reached the last camp. Oh, I should not say last camp. They reached the place of their last camp. Because of the ferocious winds, their tent had actually got blown away. Their medicines had gone. Their food had got totally shattered. They were all over the place. No walkie-talkies. And you know what was all that they could just catch? Just one packet of noodles. But that did not stop them. They still continued braving the winds. For every 2 steps forward, the wind pushed them, and as if it was saying, "Go back." But inside Tinnaman's mind and heart and in her ears was ringing just one sound. And what was that sound? Shh! The call from above the summit. And she kept going. Ferocious winds, cold biting, body aching. But they moved, one step after another. And they moved and moved and moved and moved. And on the 9th of May 2011 at 10:45 a.m., at the age of 25, Tinnaman became the first woman from Northeast India to reach the summit of Mount Everest. But as I said, since the walkie-talkies were not there, it took a time for the people in the base camp to know that she had actually reached there. She stood there. She opened her arms, literally hugging the air, looking at the mountain, and she smiled, and the mountain spoke back to her. And what did the mountain say? Shh! And her heart leapt with joy, and she smiled.
Now, Nandana reached Chidambaram, and by the time he reached there, it was night, and the temple gates were closed. He thought to himself, "Oh no, what do I do now? Do I go back? No, that's not what I'm here for. I am not going to go back. Swami, don't make me go back. I'm not going to go back," he told himself. And you know what he did? He did not go back. He slept there. Yes, he slept outside the gate of the temple. And while he was fast asleep, Shiva appeared in his dream. Shiva also appeared in the dream of the temple priest, the main priest of the temple. He also had the dream of Shiva that night. And in their dreams, Shiva said, "Light a fire and let Nandanar walk through it," Shiva said. And in the morning, a fire was lit, and Nandanar woke up and he walked through the fire chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. He kept walking through the fire straight into the sanctum. He went inside and he just became one with his Lord. That's all what he yearned for. That's all what he wanted, becoming one with his Lord Nataraja, with his Lord Shiva.
Now, Tinnaman embraced Mount Everest, and Nandanar got embraced by Lord Shiva. 2 different stories, 2 different worlds, 2 different eras, 2 different loves. But it just goes on to show one thing. If your passion is really, really high, and if you have the courage to walk with conviction, then paths appear even where they did not exist before. One went upwards and embraced the mountain summit, and the other went inward and dissolved with the Lord. Both victories in true sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It will take some time, for the story to sink in and to start speaking. So I love the way, like, how you connected, initially I was wondering how the story is going to be connected. And I love the message that, reaching the divine and reaching your passion, basically, going towards the passion when you're passionate about something, and that is God, isn't it? So very beautifully told, and we enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you so much for that different kind of a story. So would you like to lead any activity with we have few children now who have joined with their videos on. So if you would like to lead an activity, please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So, do you know what a passion is? Thankam, could you quickly tell the children what passion is?
Yes, of course, Mangalam. What is passion? When you have this intense, this deep desire or wish in your heart, and when you want to do something, and when you enjoy doing that thing, again and again and again without getting bored, we say that you're passionate about that. For instance, if any one of you like playing football here and you are going out and playing football continuously for hours together and you're not getting bored and you want to do it again and again, that means you're passionate about football.
Okay, so I think the children are all ready with a piece of paper and pencil. So whoever is there, you can start. Okay, so what I want you to do is just draw a triangle. Can you see the triangle here? I'm sure you all know what a triangle is. So please draw a triangle. And on top of the triangle, on the tip of the triangle on top, you write what is your goal or what you're very passionate about or something you wish to achieve or something towards which you want to work. Please
Mangalam,
write
can
that.
you move it a little behind? Yes, this is, yeah. We couldn't see the triangle, but we couldn't see the right, we could see the writing.
Okay, so I'm sure the
Yeah.
children are smart enough, they know what a triangle is. So yes, you can write your goal or what you want to achieve or what you're passionate about on the top. And then after that, I want you to draw 4 lines and write what you're doing to achieve that particular thing, what steps you're taking to achieve that particular goal of yours. For example, you want to be very good at drawing, you want to be a good artist. So you will write here, want to be a good artist on top. And then, so what will you write here? So first one will be observing the world around. That would be step number 1. Next one would be practicing. Third one step might be experimenting with new styles and new media of paint. And fourth one would be to keep improving. Just enjoy the whole process, of course, of drawing. So that way, that was just an example. You could take the example of, in case you want to read a book a week. So how would you plan? What are the 4 or 5 steps you would take so that you will achieve that particular goal of yours? Whatever. As Thankam was saying, you want to become a good football player, a good sportsman, what did you do? You want to read a book a week, what are the steps you would do? So you can write that and then we can talk about it. Yes, meanwhile, when the children are writing, the adults, you can put in what is your passion on the chat box. We would love to read what is your passion or what is your goal, what do you want to achieve. So we'd love to read that.
Yeah, Mangalam, maybe they can also mention their favorite deity in the chat box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Storytelling by all means. Nice. Sindhu's passion is Kathak. Hello's
Favorite deity is Hanuman.
And mine is Guru Ayyappan.
Guru Ayyappan's favorite is Thankam, maybe. Deity Shiva. Oh, empowering others. Lovely. We have Nandana entering the Zoom meet now. 1 hour only is missing. And I'm sure he's invisibly is listening to stories here. Okay, so how long are we giving the children to write it?
2-3 minutes. If they are finished, anyone can show it and talk about it.
You can raise your hand, I can spotlight you, and you can share what you have written. Yes, I see the name as Shreya. You want to share?
I'm Yugam.
Sorry, dear?
Yugan.
I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, while the children are drawing, Mangalam and Thankam, I want to know why of all the characters, these two characters came to your mind for this story.
Ambu, let me just tell you that for this event, the whole idea was Mangalam's. And the way she brought in those, she scripted and she spaced, it was amazing. And, we have to plan for all three sessions, right? For all three tellings. So this is her idea. Absolutely loved it. So I just said yes to it.
Shows. So I can see the chemistry even after a short break in your relationship, as a break as in not real break. Maybe you just went two different ways. So it is still there, and I'm waiting to listen to the other stories also, your tandems.
Thank you, Ambu.
Yeah, Nandanar people.
Thank you, Ambu.
So Nandanar, or for that matter, stories of any mythology story or any other stories that people who have grown up listening to them, definitely, I definitely had goosebumps the moment when you were talking about Nandi moving and that part, and also when Mangalam was mentioning about how she reached the peak and that final moment of happiness, that ecstasy. I'm sure each one of us could relate to that. Thank you. And so, dear children, do we have our sheets ready? Who wants to share? Saloni, Noah, Krishita, Dhruvan, Yugan. Who wants to share?
I'm Yugam, not Yugan.
Sorry, dear. Yugam. I can see as Yugam. Right?
Yes, I know it.
I'm so sorry. My glasses are becoming weak. I'm not able to see properly. Yugam. I will remember that. Okay. Okay. And we have a group of children joining from
Yes,
somewhere.
Chinmay, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Bajula Chinmay.
That is from Delhi.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
I'm here from Delhi with all my Bacha Paltan for
Lovely,
the
lovely to
Oh,
see
story.
you.
that's nice to see.
Fantastic. Do any of you want to share about your goal, your passion, and what you're doing to reach that goal? Yes,
Yes,
hello. We have
yes,
hello here. Yes, hello. Go ahead.
So my passion was to go rock climbing,
Fantastic.
and like what I wanted to prepare for it is like I wanted to carry some gears. Like I wanted to plan like how do I want to climb this rock climbing.
Astia.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I'm planning to bring some like cams with me, so I'm able to put them in the cracks to like save my fall, and also some food and other things with me. A lot of other supplies. And I wanted to also take a wonderful photo view up at top of the mountain. I need to carry a lot of rope to, what do you call, attach with the cam, so as I fall, I get protected.
Superb.
Ah.
And rock climbing has been my beginning thing. Once I just found somebody was like showing about it, and I started getting interested in rock climbing. Rock climbing started becoming my favorite thing yet. And also not just that, it's not just rock climbing also, which is my favorite, badminton too. I was playing with all the kids in the park with badminton.
What a different kind of a passion. Yeah, I love that.
Lovely.
Inspiration.
Astia.
Okay, what is your name, dear? I can see hello.
Hello. Yeah.
My actual name is Agastya.
Agastya. Okay, lovely Agastya. All the best.
Lovely, Agastya. Thank you for sharing and all the very best. And do
Yes.
share your experiences on rock climbing sometime. We would love to hear that.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of like realizing like I'm kind of seeing like two teachers for some reason. I'm thinking. Like is this one and this one, like the one with wearing the hat and the other one which is like this one. I'm getting confused. Each of them are like literally confusing which one is the real.
Okay, there are multiple teachers here. Not teachers, they are only
Not
sharing.
teachers.
One with the hat and the one with the what do you call background of a Manji's temple.
Yes.
Who is the one with the background, Agastya?
Yeah, I just realized it now. I just realized that he was the real one. I got so confused. Like my mind is right now haywired.
Thank you, Agastya. Okay.
I'm guessing it's this one with the Manji background. I'm guessing.
Yeah, there. The background is there.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you,
So much for this
Agastya.
part.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any one more person sharing, because we need to move to the next story? Any one of you want to share what you have drawn? Okay, Mangalam, Tangam. Oh, okay, yes, we have Hrishita. We'll listen to Hrishita, and then Tangam, Mangalam. You can tell them what they have to do with whatever they have drawn. Okay, yes, go ahead, dear.
To be a badminton player.
To be a badminton player. Wonderful. Okay.
First point, to see the player of badminton.
Wow, Rishita.
Second, by practicing to play the badminton. Third, to see videos of badminton and write the notes. Fourth, to do practice and note the mistakes and work very hard on the mistakes.
Wow.
Awesome. You're already on the route of becoming an awesome badminton player.
Yes. Awesome,
Definitely,
Rishita.
all the best to become a badminton player. Okay, Nova. Yes, Nova. We'll listen to Nova and then we'll move to the next story. Okay. Yes, Nova. You want to share?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to be a world champion skater.
Wow.
Skater. Wow.
Wow.
Best wishes. Amazing.
First, buy a skate, then observe, then practice, use different techniques, and then become a world champions.
Fabulous, Noah.
I love that. Buy a skate first.
Buy a skate. Yeah, that was the first thing. Very nice. Step by step.
Fantastic. Lovely, lovely. Very nice. Thank
Lovely.
you. Yeah, thank you to your children for sharing. I'm sure all of you have more things written. You can always share with us later. Thanks for that lovely story and making the children come up with all these. So now we are moving to the next story, and that is by Priyanka. And her story is very interesting. The story says it is about the name of a tree. And what story is this? She says it is a folk tale and it's about name of the story, and we are waiting to listen to the story and also to know the name of that special tree. Priyanka, please introduce yourself and the story.
Hello. Welcome everyone. Hi Noah and hi Zen, Kanushi. I'm so happy to see so many children. Ambu, isn't it great that we really have the children along with the storytellers today? So, pat on the back for everyone. Come on, it's been a long time we patted. Very good. Awesome, Swati. I like that. Okay. I think I'm loving the energy. I've been sitting here like a little child and listening to everyone, so I'll hold the energy and continue. Introduction can wait. Hello, children. There is someone here who wants to listen stories with you. Do you want to meet him? Yes? Give me a thumbs up. But there's a problem. That somebody is a little shy. Will you promise me then that you won't laugh? Will you promise me, Hishita, that you will not smile? Okay. Do you want to know his name? He's a little shy. Wait.
Yes.
His name is Popcorn. Can you guess why? Of course, because of his color. And Popcorn is waiting. He's waving. Okay, Popcorn, now be a good boy and be here, okay? You listen to the story with everyone. Alright? Say bye to him. He'll be on my lap. Okay. I'm Pri and children call me Tiki Didi. And I am going to take you long back. How long? A long. Oh, that was long. a long time back, before your grandma and my grandma, there in Africa was a jungle. And in the jungle, there were many animals, big and small, short and tall, all sort of animals, and they were living happily. But, I don't know why there is always a but in a story. In that forest came a drought. What is a drought? Anybody? A drought is when there is no rainfall. And when there was no rainfall, the plants dried and the grass died. And there were no trees. And when there were no trees, how would the animals eat? The leaves. The herbivores didn't have any greens to eat, and the carnivores had lesser and lesser animals. And it was at that time that all the animals decided to have a meeting. And they came up with an idea. Do you want to know the idea? They all decided to leave that jungle and go for a lookout for another one. And so they all, except one. Do you know which one? Of course, the king of the forest. And that is the lion. The lion stayed back, and all the other animals started moving for another forest. And they went up the hill and down the hill, up the hill and down the hill. Come on, unmute everyone. Up the hill and down the hill.
Let's do it
Up
together.
the hill and down the hill. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
And down the hill.
And down the hill.
Up the hill and down the
hill.
Hill.
Up
Up
the hill
hill
and down
Down
the
the
hill.
hill.
Yes.
Up the hill and down the hill.
Down the hill.
Up and hill and down the hill.
Awesome. And look where the animals have reached. They were in a beautiful forest which had a huge tree. A tree that was so tall, so tall, so tall. And a tree that was very thin. And you know what is special about the tree? On this one tree, on this single tree, there were fruits as orange as the oranges, as red as the apples, as green as the berries, and as yellow as bananas. On one tree, so many fruits. We can quench our thirst and we can satisfy our hunger, said the animals. They were all around this tree. But there was a problem. Do you know what was the problem? Anyone? This tree was so tall, so tall, so tall that even a giraffe's neck couldn't reach the tree for the fruits. And this tree was so thin, so thin, so thin that even a squirrel couldn't climb up the tree. You and me, how will we climb the tree? Said the animals. We couldn't have the fruits. What to do? At that time, the old tortoise said, I know. Anyone who tells the name of the tree, the fruits shall fall. And Dadu, how will we know the name of the tree? Well, I think the lion knows. But the lion is in the old forest. Now somebody has to go to the old forest to know, to ask the lion. And so we need a volunteer. Do you know who was the one who volunteered? It was the gazelle, an animal from the deer family. I'm the fastest. I have the speed. I will go and help my friend, said the gazelle. Very well. That'll be good because you're fast. And so the gazelle decided to go to the old forest. And how did he go, friend? Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and down the hill. Come on! Up the hill and
down the hill.
up the hill and
and down the hill. Up
the
the
hill
hill
and
and
down.
down the hill.
Up
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 the hill.
the hill and down the hill.
And there, in the old forest, who was sitting there? The lion, king of the forest, with his hair shining golden in the sun. He was sleeping there. And the gazelle reached. Hello, Mr. Lion. Would you care to tell me the name of the tree in the other jungle? Of course, I know the name of the tree, but I will tell it only once, said the lion. Okay. And so the gazelle came near the lion. And the lion said, Ungale. What is the name he said? Ungale. What is the name?
Ungali.
Ungale. Yes, one more time, like the lion. 1, 2, 3. Ungale.
Ungale.
So the gazelle was happy and it decided to go back to the new jungle to help friends. And so he decided to start the journey. And how did he go? Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill,
And down the hill.
up the hill,
Up the hill
and
and
down
down.
the
And
hill.
down the hill.
Awesome! And he could see all his animals. All his friend animals were near this tree. He could see he was excited. Yes, I'm the fastest. I know the name. He was about to reach. And something terrible happened. There was a pothole, and the gazelle's foot. Oh! 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 The gazelle was in pain. His foot was stuck in the pothole, and all the animals ran to help him. And they pulled and pulled and pulled the gazelle. Oops! This must be very painful, said the fox. But can you please tell the name of the tree? We want those fruits. I am in so much pain, and you're asking the name of the tree. I have forgotten. Oh, my foot hurts, said the gazelle. Forgotten the name. Now, how are we going to eat the fruits? Now, how are we going to quench the thirst? Now, how are we not going to feel hungry? What are we going to do? Said the animal.
Only one time.
And they had to try, because try we must. Yes? Give me a thumbs up. And so we need a volunteer. Do you know who came? Someone with big ears, flappy ears, and that is the African elephant. Come on, hold your nose like this, everyone. Come on, we adults are also children today. And here comes your hand.
क्योंकि blur हो रहा है.
That elephant said, I have the best memory. I will go because I can't forget. And so the elephant started his way back to the old forest. Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and down the hill. Come on, everyone. Up the hill.
The hill and down the hill.
Up the hill and down
Down the hill.
And who was sitting there? Who was sitting there?
The lion.
The lion.
Lion.
He looked sleepy. He looked a little furious. He didn't look happy, children. And so the elephant said, Oh, my lord, can you please tell me the name of the tree? Hey, I have already told. I can't say that again. Don't disturb me. Just once. Okay, but I will say only once. So the big ear came near to the lion. And what did the lion say? Ungale! What was the name of the tree? Ungale! The elephant was very happy. Thank you, my lord. And he started going up the hill and down the hill, up the hill and down the hill, up the hill
Down the hill.
and he was so
Up the hill
proud
and down the
for
hill.
his memory. He was so proud that he thought to himself, I know the name of all the trees here. In fact, I know the name of all the trees in the entire Africa. And he started remembering the name of all the trees. And he was happy that he knows the names. And he was going up the hill and down the hill, up the hill, down the hill. And there he saw the tree. And he saw all the friends. And he was about to reach when what happened? The big pothole and the big foot of the elephant. Oh! I'm in pain. All the animals started pulling him. Pull. Ah! Finally, when the elephant's foot was out of the pothole, they said, Oh, elephant, you have the greatest memory. Tell us the name of the tree, please. Mimali? Shumali? No. Sumali? No, I've forgotten. I've messed it up, said the elephant. Oh my God. How are we going to have these fruits? Now what will we do? They again had a meeting. And then, do you know who spoke? Do you know? A little voice came. I can help. And they all looked down. It was the baby tortoise. A little tiny baby tortoise. And he said, I will help. I will go. Everyone laughed. You are so tiny. And you are so slow. We've heard stories that you are slow. We don't have any expectations from you, little tortoise, said the elephant. But they had no choice because he was the only volunteer. And so the baby tortoise decided to go. And my dear friends from Delhi and Kolkata, Mumbai and Bangalore, tell me, how did the little tortoise go? Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and down the hill.
Up
One
the
more
hill
time.
and up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and down the hill.
You are such sweethearts. But the lion wasn't a sweetheart. He was furious. He said, I am not going to tell you the name. Now, the baby tortoise had to put some trick. So he said, Mr. Lion, what is it that you won't tell? I won't tell that the name of the tree is Ungali, said the baby tortoise. And he also decided to go back, just like the elephant and the gazelle. And he started going up the hill and down the hill.
Up
Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill and
down the hill.
But there is something that the baby tortoise did. Do you want to know what? Yes, give me a heart first. Come on, everyone. This baby tortoise made a song and he started singing. Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree. Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree. Come on, Zen. Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree.
Ungali,
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 Ungali is the name of the tree.
Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree.
Ungali,
Ungali,
Ungali
Ungali
is
is
the
the
name
name
of
of
the
the tree.
tree. And even when the pothole came, he kept on singing, Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree. And even his foot came inside, and even he was in pain, extreme pain. But he did not stop the song. He kept on singing, Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree. Ungali, Ungali is the name of the tree. And the tree heard the sound. The tree heard the name, and the oranges, and the berries, and the bananas, and the red fruits like the apples, they all fell down. They could quench their thirst, and their hungry tummies were happy again. And this is how the name of the tree was known. Thank you.
Ah. Okay, the comments are pouring in. What a treat to listen to this name of the story and the journey behind finding the name of the story, Priyanka. Thank you so much for that lovely interactive story. So, would you like to lead the children? Do we have an activity in mind?
Yes. Can I see the whole screen, everyone?
Yes, I'm removing the spotlight. Yes, go.
Wonderful. Now, the next 30 seconds, only 30 seconds. All of you big bachas and small bachas, mammas and teachers and storytellers, look around. What is it that we get from the trees? You have 30 seconds and you can get something here that you get from the trees. Come on. I'm waiting. What is it that we get from the tree?
Fruit.
Okay, wonderful. Agastya says fruits. What does Jelly have to say? Jethrai? What do we get from the fruit, from the trees?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Oh, I love that. Let's clap for Chetrali. She's 3 years old.
Yeah.
Super. Come on, Saloni. Okay, we get flowers. I love that, Dhruvan. Let me give some hearts for the flowers. I love flowers and I love your answer. Yes, Venkat, Swati, I'm waiting for your answers. Banu, what is it that we get from the trees? Aha! I see Saksham showing me something. Saksham, what is it? Is it a rubber ball?
Fruit.
Fruit. Of course, the fruit is there. How about a pencil? Nita, do we get the lead and the wood from the tree? Yes? Give me a thumbs
Yes,
up.
Priyanka.
And how about the rubber? Where do we get the rubber from? Agastya?
Tree.
Meghna, will your children give me something? Come on, show me some paper. Where do we get the paper from? Yes, Hinal is showing me a paper. Awesome, some storytelling class for that. Look here, where do we get the matchstick from? Rajesh, where do we get the matchstick from?
ना म्यूट है अनम्यूट है बोल दो
Okay, and Rishita is showing me leaves. I love that. Let's give a heart to Rishita. Whose Dadima uses incense sticks? Where does this come from, baby? The tree. About the perfume that Mama puts. Where is the jasmine and the rose perfume coming?
Ma'am, I tell it. Ma'am, it is oxygen.
Aha! I like your answers. And I think Sophie is going to show me some spices. Where does the bay leaf and the elaichi and the clove come from? The trees. Yes? Yes, Jolly? Super. I like the tomato. Thank you. Thank you so much. Coconut. Awesome. Lovely. Yes, Agastya.
Also, there's something else which can come out of the trees is resin.
Is resin. Yes, that's right. Of course. You're right. Now I have a question, okay? Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and exhale from your mouth. One more time. Deep breath in and release. Now I want someone to tell me what is it that they learned from the story? Meghna, would somebody want to share? What is it that we picked from the story? There can be so many different angles to it, yes? Rohini, is there something coming up?
Priyanka ma'am, Gracie wants to share.
Oh, of course. Welcome, Gracie.
Yeah, Gracie, sir. Take the chair, bacha. Bring the blue chair. Yeah. Yeah. Gracie, what do you want to share? Ma'am is asking, what did you learn from the story?
We have to don't laugh in anybody, and we have to be good enough.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that answer, Gracie. We can't make fun of anyone big or small, weak or strong. I love that. God bless you. I want to just add one little thing and give me a thumbs up if you all children agree, okay? I want to say, and listen to this from Tiki Didi, okay? You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be most intelligent. In life, you just have to try.
Okay.
Will you give me a pinky promise, all of you, big bachas and small bachas? Give me a
Pinky promise.
pinky promise. Never give up. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, on the count of
Yes,
three, we
ma'am.
will all press the virtual hearts. 1,
Do something.
2,
One.
and 3. Look at this Valentine's Day. The whole screen is full of hearts.
I also want to ask something.
Yes.
Like you said, never give up. I also tried never giving up, and I one day did it in my game. I did it.
Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for trusting this space, Agastya. Bless you. Thank you, Ambuja. I have more to share, but I'll respect the time. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. That was fantastic closure to the event. Lovely story, and children enjoyed, and there was so much of interactions. We have another 10 more minutes, and before the next event starts, and we have because you have all of you, all the storytellers have kind of created that storytelling enthusiasm here. Myself and my friend here are also tempted to share one very short story, a very famous, very short story, and I call upon my partner in crime, good things, bad things, everything. So I have Banumathy with me here. And what is the story? This is a well-known folk tale popularized by Dr. Margaret Reed MacDonald's special way of telling. Thanks to Dr. Margaret Reed MacDonald for letting us share this form of the story far and wide. Of course, with little adaptations here and there. And I just now pinged Banu and asking her, no, Banu, there are 10 more minutes. Can we do this story? And immediately she said yes. So a small talk with her before we jump into the story. So Banu, there are 4 parts. As always, we'll take alternate turns and one leads and the other repeats. Audience, all of you, please stay on mute and repeat after us. So here we go. Hill.
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 Goat.
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 Goat came down.
Goat came down.
Jim ka jim ka jim ka jim.
Jim ka jim ka jim.
Walked on the bridge.
Walked on the bridge.
Tak 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 tak.
Tak 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 tak.
Ate some grass.
Ate some grass.
Yum 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 yum.
Yum 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 yum.
Goat went back.
Goat went back.
Tak 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 tak.
Tak 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 tak.
Jim ka jim ka jim ka jim.
Jim ka jim. Goat came down.
Goat came down.
Jim ka jim.
Jim ka jim.
Walked on the bridge.
Walked on the bridge.
Tak 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 tak.
Tak 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 tak.
Ate some grass.
Ate some grass.
Yum 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Went back home.
Went back home.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tack, 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 tack.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
Jim. One day,
One day,
both the goats came down.
both the goats came down.
Jim.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
Walked on the bridge.
Walked on the bridge.
Tack, 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 tack.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
I came first.
I came first.
You go back.
You go back.
You go back.
You go back.
I'm the strongest.
I am the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
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 The ball. The goats fell into the water.
The goats fell into the water.
And they came up.
And they came up.
Splash, 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 splash. The goats were hungry.
The goats were hungry. Another day.
Another day,
Both goats came down.
both goats came down.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
Walked on the bridge.
Walked on the bridge.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tack, 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 tack.
I came first.
I came first.
You move.
You move.
Remember the previous day?
Remember the previous day?
I think we have a problem.
I think we have a problem.
How to cross?
How to cross?
Maybe
Maybe
squeeze and cross.
squeeze and cross.
Bend and cross.
Bend and cross.
That's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Let's go squeeze. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tack, 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 tack.
Ate some grass.
Ate some grass.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Went back home.
Went back home.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tack, 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 tack.
Squeeze.
Squeeze.
You are a good friend.
You are a good friend.
You are a kind friend.
You are a kind friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tack, 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 tack.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim ka-chikan, Jim.
The goats were happy.
Goats were happy.
And that's the end of the story.
And that's the end of the story. Thanks to everyone for making this evening really very, very special. So we have 4 more minutes before we begin with the next workshop. Quickly, if any of you would like to ask any question, share any thoughts, talk about any of the stories, you can go ahead.
I just want to take a minute, Ambu.
Yes, Priyanka.
I wish to tell to my co-storytellers that, many times the same story that works magically for children, take them to adult circles without any hesitation, because it's the same story that the children are viewing from a different platform. It can give you so much courage. Apart from not being the best and still trying, I feel the name of the story, which is a folklore from Africa, tells us that we must lighten up to lighten up. I repeat, we must lighten up to lighten up. How the baby tortoise, Ambu, he made a song. How we can just sing our way through the troubled times. We all have challenges, right? Give me a thumbs up. Do we all face challenges in life? Yes, at any age. So if we just make joy happen, life will be simpler. So please take this story far and wide, because this might just ring in your head while you're cooking in the evening or sleeping at night, and may just whisper a lesson to you, what we are ready to receive. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for closing this evening with such a profound, deep, nice, positive message. So, thank you so much. Thanks, Viveka. Thanks, Venkat. Thanks, Swati. Thankam, Mangalam, Priyanka, and dear Banu for making this event really special. And the credit, thanks for all the credit that you all gave the team behind Storytelling for Children. We have Banumathy and we have Vasugi ma'am, and of course our backbone, Dr. Eric Miller. Without him, nothing can happen in this Chennai Storytelling Festival. So thank you so much. Wish you all a very good evening, morning. Please wait. So we have a beautiful workshop following this event. Thanks so much. Wishing you all the best, and bye-bye from this event.
Bye bye.